All right, tell them what you just said.
So I was over by our rabbits and the male rabbits, and I was smelling some sort of basil or like a sweet basil or some sort of mint or something over there, which is weird because we don't have anything planted over there as far as the mint and the basils go. So
he came in asking me, I'm smelling mint, like he was all concerned. I'm smelling mint or basil over at the rabbits. I said, babe, that's because I just filled the container with the basil that was in our dehydrator. It's a few days later, so obviously I didn't get to it that day, but that tells you how strong that basil is.
Because the wind essentially is blowing it that direction. So.
Yeah, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect that.
Yep.
So essentially, the whole level there that I filled up with the buds of the basil, I went ahead and filled up a jar. This was the jar that my parents gave us pecans in, so when I used that for our basil pesto, it emptied it. And so now I get to, use it to make our vinaigrette. And I'm just going to take some Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the mother. It doesn't have to be Bragg's brand, but it's definitely a good idea to use the mother. And I'm just going to pour it in. Now you could put some vodka in there, especially if it's like ours and there's some dry stuff. It just helps give some extra protection, you know, to like fight against the creepy crawlies, the bacteria basically. And yes, you may have seen a couple chunks going in there. That's just the mother from the apples as it was fermenting that vinegar. Okay. Now the interesting thing is now I'm seeing there are some little bugs on our basil. So
extra protein.
Yeah. So we'll probably make sure to strain this before we actually use it. And with that, I probably will go ahead and add a dash of vodka just to give some additional antimicrobial properties in here. Vinegar is strong. Usually your apple cider vinegar with the mother tends to be 5% acidity. But I'll just put in a little bit of the alcohol, drinking alcohol, to be able to give it a little extra added safety. Anyway, obviously I need to get some more because it only filled it about that tall. That's the only downside to a large jar like that. But that means we're going to have a lot of basil infused vinegar to use for dressings and marinades and just adding it into recipes and maybe even drinks and some of our sun teas, herbal sun teas. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Hope y'all come back to visit us again, and God bless.